I'm going to do live readings. 7 of them are personal. The people that subscribed beforehand for a personal reading. I don't do new personal readings, but I also do a general reading, and the general reading is for everyone who hasn't a personal one. So, hello. I don't read for questions that come in the live, because one time I had 16 new questions to read for people. So I don't do that because it distracts me from the person I have prepared. So if you want a personal reading, just watch my next announcement for a live, and you can subscribe for a personal reading in the clip that announces the next live. I do alternating Dutch and English lives and personal readings. So I think in about a fortnight I will give an English live again with readings. And a few days before that I will do the announcement when exactly. So welcome to everyone. What is always the case with your intuition is that I can do a reading for someone else, but when you hear something in that reading, what triggers an emotion or an insight or something that pops out in what I tell, you can trust that your intuition is telling you something. So even for the personal readings of others, there can be a message for you too. But if you don't have a message yourself, a personal reading yourself, you can follow the general reading. And the general reading I will do 2 times. So in the beginning once and at the end once. So if you want to have a personal reading, watch out for the next announcement for the next live. And you can always subscribe there. Okay, I will do a general reading now for anyone who doesn't have a personal reading today. I do the readings from my own oracle deck. And I have 3 card readings. So, the cards I pulled from the deck are these ones. The first one. First of all, I got this one. It's an image of a dog. Welcome for everyone that's new. I do personal readings and one general reading, and this is the general reading. This picture of the dog has the feeling of, how can I serve? It's a dog that looks at his boss and is eager to serve. I think that is the energy for you. And you want to serve maybe your family, your friends, but maybe for a greater cause, the world, humanity. And you are eager to do that. It's upright, so you don't have any restraint in that. The next one is this. It's a fence or wall, I don't know how you call it exactly, that is built from leftover wood, and it represents the wall that you put up around your heart. You have been mistreated in the past, I think, because you thought it was necessary to close your heart off in some way. And this wall represents that there is something that you withhold from your heart. And that's difficult when you want to serve. Because your power is to serve people with the love you have in you. And the third one is this one, but then upside down. This is a positive card. It's being able to receive the love and the kindness and the grooming of people around you. People do want to be good to you, but in some way you block that. It's like you are the only one in your world that can give and serve. And maybe that is because you want to protect your heart. The advice I would take from these ones is let the walls around your heart bit by bit go, because you have a beautiful heart. You want to serve. You have so much love in you. You want to serve the world. And you have so much to give. And at the same time, let someone else care for you now and then. There are people around you who want to care for you now and then, and let them do that. You are not the only one that can serve. So that was the general reading. If you just partly heard it, at the end of this live, I will go back to the general reading and do it again. The cards that I have here are my own made oracle card deck. I'm going to sell them next year. I like to work with them. They are everyday situations that have energies in them. I have 81 of them in the first series. And they tell, in the 3-card reading, they always tell a story together. Yes, I'm Dutch and I have Dutch lives, but now I do an English live. So when you want to subscribe for a personal reading for the Dutch live, wait for the announcement for next week. I think Sunday or Monday I will announce which day of the week I will give the Dutch live and do the Dutch readings. And then you can subscribe in the clip that announces the reading. That's my procedure. Hey, Wart, wat gezellig. I didn't hear Chloe yet, so I can start with Wart. Okay, I have 3 cards for you two, for everyone. Oh no, not everyone. There was one that an extra fell, so I do 4 cards. Most of the times I do 3. You have 3 cards, and the first one was this. And it's called Starting Conversation to Build a Relationship. That's the essence of this card. It's about that you are willing to meet people and start to talk with them because of your wish to connect with people more people. So you start your connection by just talking to them and finding out if they fit or not. And that's a beautiful capacity, because not everyone dares to start a conversation for the start of a relationship. So that's what your power is. What you could develop more is taking a break and not thinking about anything else than the coffee you drink or the tea you drink. Just taking a break and let your mind take a rest. Maybe take a break with someone else, but taking a break and recuperating in some way of the busyness in your head. And another power you have is you are very well able to express your feelings, to express what you feel spontaneously. So you have 2 very powerful energies with you at this moment, and that is being able to start a conversation, to build on a relationship, and to express your feelings for building that relationship from who you really are. But you have to take a break more often and come to yourself. Maybe the connection with other people is also somewhat
of an escape.
Ignoring that you have also feelings for yourself in the moment that you don't necessarily have to share. So take a break to come to yourself. That's my advice for you, Bart. If you want to give feedback on this reading, would you do it in the clip that you subscribed? So that's easier for me to find it. We have this one, but it's halfway. In the upright position, you see someone directing somewhere. Someone wants you to go somewhere and do something. This is follow the leader. It's about being able to recognize someone as being wise or having more experience or being a specialist in some sort of field. And you are learning to recognize that and follow people. Maybe you were before very independent in everything you did, but maybe you missed some experience in some things, and you have learned to go to others who can lead you in some fields of knowledge or intuition or experience. So you are learning to recognize who can lead you in some fields. What you still have to learn, and maybe that's the same independence idea. This card is upside down. In the upright position, you can see the flower is wide open to receive any insect. And this ready to receive the card is called. And it's about that you have your ears to the signals that can lead you to a higher cause, to something that you can bring to the world. Everyone is unique, and you, in your uniqueness, will come at the place where you can thrive. But you have to listen to the signals in everything that happens around you. Maybe in lyrics of songs, maybe in overheard conversation, maybe when you are still and you suddenly hear a voice or see an image or have an urge to go somewhere or do something. Well, that are the signals of, or the signs of your intuition. And in some way that is the receiver in you is blocked or quieted down. Maybe you don't dare to trust what you hear or feel or do. So my suggestion is be still, listen, acknowledge when something suddenly pops out from your environment that you suddenly hear or see, and trust that that is your intuition guiding you in some way. So, listen to the signals. And at last, and that's a very beautiful one, this is the card. You see a little figure walking her way in a field. There's no way in front of her and no way behind her. She is going her own way. She is paving her own path. But she mustn't forget to be receptive to information that can help her determine in which way to go next. And she has to recognize people that can help her giving the information she needs. So you're on a beautiful phase in your life. You are learning to listen to yourself more, to the professionals more in some way or another, but paving your own way. And as Winnie the Pooh says, I'm a grandma, yeah, the way is following you. So you are going your own unique way, Chloe. And I hope you recognize what I said. If you want to give feedback, I would be very glad with that. Post it in the invitation or in the announcement video, please, of this live, the announcement of this live. Antonia, I have this one for you. And this is in some way a restriction you are putting on yourself. Because this one is called the judging eyes. In the way you move around the world, you see judging eyes in everyone. You feel very self-conscious in the way that you think other people, when you are doing what you love or you are doing what feels good, you are very aware of everything that could not approve of that. That's a shame, I think, because you have a way to go that no one else wants to go or has to go. You have your own unique way to go and your own unique light or meaning to give to the world. And when you focus on what others could find of you or could judge you about, it's difficult to walk your own path because it's your path. Not everyone can see the beauty of that, but it's your path. So don't let yourself be held back by the judging eyes or the perceived judging eyes. The second one. This one is called, in the upright position, you see a lady open to surrender to whatever leading she needs to her mission, to her goal. She is surrendering to a greater wisdom, a wiser soul, I think. And she's surrendering. She's taking in what signals she wants to have. Well, that's what you are learning because it's halfway. So you were not surrendering to any power around you, to any information that could lead you to the mission, but you are learning to surrender your will and follow what is given to you on your path. So you'll get there. And Antonia, yeah, I think the combination is logical because a great power of you is this one. This is a very old tree. I don't think you are centuries old, but this tree is centuries old, and that means that the tree is rooted very deeply in the ground. And it's very stable, upright, self-conscious, and that is you. That's the energy I sense for you, for who you are. You are with both feet on the ground. You are very steady, but that could be also the problem when you want to follow some leads and to surrender to a bigger power, to a bigger mission. Because you have to step out of this security or lessen it and see what comes your way, and not being too self-conscious about what anyone else thinks of your steps, but just surrender. Now, that you can do, or that you are learning to do, and trust that you will be the steady and well-rooted person again. That's your reading. Oh, thank you very much. My voice is so calm. Yes, thank you. Ahmed, you asked a reading. I don't know if you're here. Ahmed, I have 3 cards for you too. And it started with this one. And this one is, when it's upright, it's about the power to survive, to change, or to grow. It's the power to grow and to develop and to want to expand. But in you, that is somewhat blocked. I don't know why. I think maybe you know. So Ahmed, you in some way hold yourself back with growing, with expanding, with showing your full power and your full potential. That is the card with the thing to develop. But, and I'm reading for Ahmed. Ahmed, you have this capacity. It's not about a pregnant woman, of course, but it's about starting a conversation to build on a relationship. You are very good in connecting with people just by starting a conversation and building a friend group from that. And you are also very good in expressing what you feel spontaneously. So you have big power in the social abilities, in the social senses, but in some way you hold back. And that is to be fully there as you are and grow your potential. So I'm very curious. I don't see it in the cards, but I'm very curious what's holding you back to fully follow the natural potential to grow and to shine. So I hope that you will recognize it first, of course, but also that you know that it doesn't help you to restrain your growing potential. It doesn't help you. It will frustrate you. I don't know if you do it because you are so social and so connected to people on a deep level, but please follow your own lead in that. Follow your own expansion need. That was for Ahmed. I still have Anna, Shantelle and Yanina, and I will do the general reading again. So if you didn't hear the general reading and you are not on the list for the personal, you can wait for the general reading. It will be the last one on the list. Well, Anna, these cards I pulled for you. This is the card of someone who is relaxed, who can sit still and relax and go inside and feel what has to be felt and relax inside yourself, and also thereby being more open to receive signals of which way to go. So that is something you do and you can do very well. Go inside, listen to what your heart says, what your body says, and just relax with it. That's Anna. I'm reading for Anna. And then there are two positive cards that are upside down. So there are two things that you repress or that you deny or that you don't want to know. And the first one is this, but I'll do it upright first. You can see. I hope you can see. Here is a butterfly. And it's a butterfly who just came out of the cocoon. I don't know, the caterpillar. I don't know how you call it. But it just, for the first time, is a butterfly. And it's called ready for takeoff. It's ready to go into the world. But with you, and I'm reading for Anna, with you, Anna, you're maybe ready for takeoff, but you don't take off. You are ready. Everything is signing that you are ready to make a step in something new, in a new ability, in a new potential that you have found in yourself. But in some way you are refusing to try it out or to do it. And it's such a loss for the world because you are that butterfly. So, move your wings and go where you need to go. So that's the first advice, Anna. Don't hold yourself back into new experiences. Because you will learn a lot and you will shine more. And the second one, Anna, and it can be related, of course, to that one. This card is called There's Always Room for You. And that means that there is a group in which you are so welcome to take your place. But in some way, or you refuse to take place in a group and you want to go on your own, or you haven't found the group yet. Maybe you have left a group in which you felt at home because you were growing or changing and the group didn't accept you anymore. That can also be this one. But you will find your group, and I think it's important that you are going to look for it, because there is a group in which you can be yourself, have your place, be important for the people in the group. And you are somewhat lost in the middle of situations. That's what I sense with it. I hope you can recognize and know that this gift of going inside and tuning in to what is necessary, to your intuition, I think, is the gift that will lead you. You can trust this going inside and hearing the message. To make a jump, taking off, and find your place. That were the cards of Anna. Shantelle, I have 4 cards. I like cards that fly out, and all your cards flew out, so I took them off. And this is the first one. It's somewhat like the man who closed his eyes in the reading of Anna. This is taking a break, going inside and tuning in to your own music, to your own awareness, to your own wisdom and your own love. This is what you can. That's a good start. Shantelle. There is a positive one that is blocked, and that's this one. And in the upright position, you can see people are dancing. And this sort of dancing is with learning patterns, learning your own pattern movement and your own way to make the couple thrive. And at first this is difficult to learn, because you have to learn the patterns. You have to exercise to do it fluently with the one you are dancing with, and not to step on his toes or her toes. So this is working towards cooperation. And it's not just a cooperation, it's flying together in the same direction. So I think this card is about you, Shantelle, working on the cooperation with one other or more people, which isn't going easily. It's somewhat blocked in some way that you move easily together. So that is, at this moment, as far as I can see, the blockage you are dealing with. And you have two other upside down cards, but they were blockages, so that you have overcome already. And the first one is this. I'll give him upright. This is being part of a group, but feeling the pressure to commit to the group and to be the same as others. That is this card about. But you got it upside down, so you know that energy, you know the peer pressure or group pressure or family pressure to be the same, for you to belong to the group. But you are withstanding it, or you have left that group and are searching for groups that take you as you are. I hope so. And the last one, this one is in the upright position, but you had it upside down, is being overly aware of how you come across in the world. You see this person reflected, but in 3 different ways. You were so aware of how people perceive you, and you tried to, in some way, yield to their wishes. And I think it's these two together that make me think that you have left a very oppressing situation, a group pressure. And you are healing that part, that you are so self-aware in every social situation, and that you come more inside yourself with this capacity and hearing what you want, what you think, what your next step is. And working together with people, well, that's also an issue you have to work on, I think. That's not, yeah, well, I think it was for the better. When I see these cards, I think it was for the better that you left the group. Maybe this is also you trying to work with people in a fluent manner, and it didn't succeed. Maybe this is also belonging to this group, but I think this is something you have to acknowledge anyway, that you have to learn to work together with other people. It's important also for the rest of your journey. So, okay, well, that were the 4 of Shantelle. Together it is you have conquered difficulties from the pressure that you perceived from the group and from people around you. And you are learning to work together and find ways to thrive together with other people, maybe. And this is what you regularly can do to acknowledge who you are and what you want. Okay, you're welcome. And the last one of the personal is Yanina. Yanina, look here. I have beautiful people who can just take the pressure back and go inside and calibrate themselves to what they want. So this is taking a break to relax, to go inside and to feel what you ought to feel, what you need to do, what you want in life. That's this one. That's what you have developed. So that's where you're good at. Something you are able to, but don't do at this moment, as far as I can see in the cards, is that this card upright, but you have it upside down, is that you can lead people and you can guide people the way. This is the card that you can walk with people and lead them to their mission or the one they are, or you have capabilities in that area, but you don't use them or acknowledge them enough, I think. And the last one, and that's a good one also, it's sideways, but I'll make it upright. This is, you see different flowers from the same make, I will say, and one is sticking out. And when it's upside down, this one, it means that you don't dare to stick out. You don't dare to differ too much, to be too good in the group, because you are afraid to be set aside. But you cannot suppress the greatness of you. So you have learned, I think this is a transition period, you have learned that you have to be who you are, exactly who you are. And someday it will come upright and you can stand there in the full power you have and beauty you have. So Yanina, go on your way, be silent, that's your power, to recuperate and to tune in to what is next to do. Maybe you have to discover or to go for guiding people in some way or another, because it looks like it's an ability that you have blocked now, and you are learning to be as beautiful as you are, as great as you are. And even if other people feel less because of it, because that is their thing to learn. So, that was your personal reading. I have done the personal readings. I will do the general reading again. The general reading for people who just stumble upon this live and want to hear some suggestions. Always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's not for everyone. Maybe it's not the right time. Take it as it is. When you think, oh, I recognize that. Yes. Well, take it as your intuition is telling you to watch that the next few days or a few weeks or a few months. Okay, the general reading for everyone who didn't have a personal reading. This is the first one. This is such a beautiful expression of the dog who wants to serve. Master, how can I serve? This for me is the energy of being so very willing to serve the world serve a certain group, maybe serve your family or your friends. It's the energy of being of service that you are developing. You are willing to be of service, but maybe you are finding the right way to do so. The next one is this one. It's a wall, and it's the wall that you build around your heart. Your heart is hurt in the past, and you, as a consequence of that, have closed your heart a little bit off. It's understandable, but it's not the way to go forward to serve. You have a beautiful heart, you have a willing heart, and so much love to give. So the closing off of your heart out of fear, I understand, but it's not the way to go, because you will not thrive from that. You will not meet the people that you need to thrive or to love. So this one was upright. So my advice for this one is, it's not a wall in cement or concrete. It's just some old wooden parts. And if you can break it off, you can break it piece by piece. But make that your goal, because you have a beautiful heart and you want to serve the world, but you have to let go of some of the protection of your heart. And as fast or as slow as you want to, of course, but you have a beautiful gift. And the next one is this one, and that's also upside down. In the upright position, it means people around you want to be good to you. They want to serve you in some way. They want to groom you, care for you. Let them. In the upright position, you are able to let them. But in the upside down position, you are a little bit hesitant. Maybe it's because of the hurt you had in the past. But your heart is hurt, but when you don't allow people to be good to you, it won't fuel your heart, of course. You have to fuel your heart yourself. That's a lot to ask of yourself. So let people be nice to you and care for you and do good things to you, because you can break the wall down, the wall that you built bit by bit, and then find your service to the world. Okay, that was my life in English. You can have a reading, but now not this live. I do readings in lives, personal readings, but for them you have to subscribe beforehand, in the clip in which I announce the reading. So you have to watch out for the announcement of the next reading, and the next English reading will be in 2 weeks. So a few days beforehand you can subscribe when I announce that reading and the day of the reading. Subscribe with the next announcement. I think Sunday, not next Sunday, but Sunday the week after, or the Monday, I will do the announcement, and then you subscribe and you will have your reading. So it's a two weeks wait still. Next week I do a Dutch live, and a few days before I do it, I do an announcement on which day I do it. Most of the time it's this time, 2 o'clock Amsterdam time, 1 o'clock UTC, 1 o'clock or 13 UTC. So when you see the announcement, subscribe in the comment box for the personal reading. And then you're on the list and I can do the live with your reading, your personal reading. Volgende week is het Nederlands. So I'm going to talk Dutch for the Dutch people. Je moet je inschrijven voor een personal reading van tevoren voordat de live plaatsvindt. En dat doe je door wanneer de live wordt aangekondigd. In de aankondiging van de live, in die video, bij de comments je naam te zeggen. The readings are free. So, if I would do a personal reading with, well, questions and that sort of thing, then you would pay, but that's not the case right now. Now I do lives with three card readings. So, subscribe when the announcement for the next live is there. Next week the live will be in Dutch. And the announcement will also be in Dutch, of course. And the week after, so in 2 weeks from now, there will be an English live again. But it's not always on Thursday. It's often on Wednesday and sometimes on Tuesday. So look for the announcement and you can subscribe. So, for anyone who wants to know what I do, I am an intuitive coach. I work with my own cards, my own oracle deck of everyday situations. I have more oracle decks made, but the one I use now is the first series. It are 81 cards, 9 times 9 energies, and those cards I use to read. And I like the 3-card reading very much because every card in itself says something about the energies around the subject, around the person that has asked for the personal reading, but in combination they make a story too. So, be welcome to the next live. Subscribe when you hear the announcement for a personal reading if you want to. And I'll do the English live in about 2 weeks. So, in 1.5 weeks, there will be an announcement for that live. So be aware. Thanks for everyone that was here, positive and contributing to the atmosphere I like to have with my lives. Thank you very much. And I will see you maybe in the next live. Maybe I can read for you then. So, okay, see you later. Bye.